Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to go over a comic book series I probably should have gone over a long time ago. I am moving it on my official timeline back to here. It's after Star Wars Marvel issue number 34. This one is called Vader's Quest. The reason I'm moving it back is I've noticed while I've been reading ahead that Darth Vader has been calling Skywalker by name. So how did he know his name? And ever since I kept doing these reviews, I said, I think Vader's Quest needs to be moved back. So to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to move it back right here. And this is one that has, basically, Vader discovers that Skywalker was the man who blew up the Death Star. He murders everyone that heard the name during the confession of it seems like it's a rebel pilot. And this story would kind of be repeated in Marvel Star Wars 35, but I have an idea about this. Anyway, so he hears the name. He makes sure everyone who heard the name around him dies just so they can't, pass this information along, because Vader wants to keep it a secret for a little while, I guess. And these people aren't with the Empire. And so as the stormtroopers are killing them all off, one person who's, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, is in a mechanical chair. He or she is basically handicapped, and they don't die. The stormtroopers attack them, leave that person for dead, but that person is alive at the end of the comic book. Now, also on the flip end, there is a X-wing pilot who, for some reason, couldn't go on the Death Star run. His name is Jal, and they don't explain that, but they do explain that he hates Luke Skywalker. Luke's just got here. He's been on 31 missions for the rebellion, and this hotshot young kid comes around. Punk kid gets lucky, blows up the Death Star, and everyone's all about him. And Jal is irresponsible. He wrecks an X-wing, and just kind of getting mad one day and taking off on the X-wing ship. And so Dodonna reassigns him to a back-end planet to be a recruiter for the rebellion. And book 2, basically being reassigned to this planet, he's drinking at this bar. One of the alien kids wants to join the rebellion, and basically he just embarrasses him, makes him walk blindfold off of a pier, and then falls into the water and goes, "Do you still trust the rebellion?" He went, "I don't know why." He said, "You learned your first lesson. Don't be a sucker. They don't care about you." And then, because they didn't care about him and his 31 missions that he flew for them. But later on, when stormtroopers attack that area, the kid saves Jal by shooting the stormtrooper that was about to kill Jal. When Jal says, "Why did you kill him?" he went, "Well, this blaster was meant for you, but when I saw stormtroopers attack the base, I know that even though I have a vendetta against you, the rebellion comes first. I need to put my priorities first, and I'm for the rebellion. I'm not for the Empire." And that's kind of puts things in perspective for Jal. By the way, the kid dies. He also gets shot by the stormtrooper, and the kid dies. So that puts things in perspective for Jal, and he takes off, I guess, to go thank Luke, rescue Luke. It turns out to be rescuing Luke, because in book number 3, Luke is on a mission for the king of this planet. And we saw this a little bit in the second issue, but he goes into a mine to find his daughter, who has been kidnapped by some evil men. Well, it turns out they're not evil men. It's a rebel cell, and she's a rebel too, and her father just wants to destroy the rebels because he serves Darth Vader. And now that he knows he has Skywalker, he tells Vader that Skywalker's here, so Vader's coming to the planet. When, he captures all the rebels and puts them in jail with Luke. Luke shines his lightsaber in the mine, and there's all these light crystals, and it kind of blinds him. I don't know why, because he was wearing blinders for a little bit. But anyway, it blinds him. So he's in prison. His daughter is safe in the castle, I guess. He says, "Darth Vader will be here soon, my sweetheart." And she decides, well, I guess we better go ahead and kill Luke. She goes downstairs and shoots him. Now, he's not dead, but when the king comes out to greet Lord Vader, he went, we just executed him, Lord Vader. And Vader's face is like, just there's nothing going on here. He goes, "You did what?" It's really good. But in the 4th book, they don't even explain why she shot him. I mean, obviously it was a stun blast, but they don't even explain that. She's flown away, fled the castle with Luke and a bunch of other rebels. I don't know why. I don't know how. They just kind of skipped that. It's almost like you missed an issue in between. It was kind of weird, but I guess they figured, oh wow, we've only got one more issue to go. Let's speed this up. So Zhao comes to Luke Skywalker's rescue, hops in his X-Wing, and takes out, by kamikaze style, Darth Vader's Star Destroyer. Now Darth Vader is just stranded on the planet with a squad full of troopers, but unfortunately the whole planet is against Darth Vader, and he knows he can't win, so he just kind of walks away and leaves Luke alone, even though he really wants Luke. Meanwhile, the handicap alien visits the Emperor and only wants some droid parts or whatever. It's a very humble creature, and the Emperor lets it go, and for the information that it exchanged with him, that was Luke Skywalker, the son of Skywalker. So that's how the Emperor knows. All right, so overall, Vader's Quest, reading it a second time, I actually enjoyed it. This is one that a lot of people pass over thinking, oh, it wasn't that good. And I maybe gave it a so-so rating beforehand, but I was like, this is actually enjoyable. The whole time I was reading it, I was like, all right, this is fine. It's not the best thing in the world, but it was definitely enjoyable. I enjoyed this comic book. It wasn't a slog to read through like some of the other ones I've had. So I'd put this in the category better than most. B minus, C plus, B minus. Let's do B minus. Anyway, that's all the time I have for now. See you later.